Why do we feel sometimes that seeking truth or things that are in accordance with fact or reality is abnormal? Or at least other people make us feel like it is abnormal if we are skeptical. If you tell the average person that you don't believe in ghosts, UFOs, Bigfoot, a lucky rabbit's foot, because if it was lucky, the rabbit would still have it, an afterlife, a supernatural being, or anything that cannot be proven, they think that you're crazy or weird. They may ask you, well, since you don't believe in those things, what do you believe in? If you say, well, I believe in asking questions, seeking answers that refute or prove what I'm questioning, accepting that whatever the answer may be is accepted temporarily while I await more information to draw a reasonable conclusion. In other words, the Socratic Method or the scientific method in a nutshell. I know people ask, well, how do you know? For instance, somebody might ask you, how do you know if someone loves you? To give me an example of using questions. Well, I would ask them, what do you mean by love? Well, if a person picks up a dictionary, like the Oxford American Dictionary, they would say that love is a deep affection, fondness, or a reasonable person could infer that they're loved by the way another person acts towards them. I think the marriage vow asks some very interesting questions. Do you take this person to be your lawful wedded wife, to have in the whole, for richer or poor, in sickness and in health, as long as you both shall live? In other words, do you accept this person for who they are, as they are, or do you love them unconditionally? What does unconditional mean? Well, it's defined as not subject to conditions. I think that is what the marriage vow is asking. Do you love this person without conditions? Well, what are conditions? Conditions are defined as stipulations. And stipulations means demand or specifies part of an agreement. So, this may lead to the question, what do you mean by agreement? An agreement means an act of agreement or mutual understanding. Isn't a marriage then an agreement? So, therefore, isn't it a condition? And one could say marriage is not conditional love or unconditional love. Maybe this is why we get upset when our spouse tries to change us. We think marriage is unconditional love, when it's really conditional love. It is an agreement between two people. Now, just using these questions, you can see why questions are so important. I just learned something that I did not know before. I always thought marriage was unconditional love, but really, it is conditional love, if you really think about it. This begs the question then, is there such a thing as unconditional love? To be honest, I don't know. What do you think?